So this guy is rich. No, he's like really rich. So his name's Dutch. And one day, I'm not sure why, Dutch decides to exploit a security flaw and hack a cryptocurrency exchange. And he ends up stealing over 119,000 Bitcoin, which is worth about $72 million. And this heist is a huge deal. Like, it immediately makes the trading price of Bitcoin drop 20% overnight. And of course, this gets the attention of the IRS. So we don't really think about this, but the IRS actually has agents, like criminal investigation agents. And they carry pew-pews and they arrest people and like the whole thing. So the IRS Criminal Investigation Unit, they start tracing this crypto to see if they can figure out who stole it. Now Dutch, he knows he can't go on a big spending spree. It'll tip them off. So he just quietly moves the Bitcoin to a different platform on the dark web. And then he doesn't touch it. He just waits. And about a year or two goes by and the 72 million in Bitcoin is still sitting there. And so he decides it's time to launder it. And he's going to enlist his wife to help him. Now his wife is this woman, who we'll call Razzle. So Razzle and Dutch get to work and they split the Bitcoin up into tiny amounts. And they move it to thousands of different wallets using a bunch of different fake identities. And they create a fake company with fake employees, and the whole thing gets really elaborate. But here's what's crazy. During all this, the value of crypto keeps rising. And over the next few years, the 72 million in Bitcoin becomes worth over $8.3 billion, making Dutch's hack the biggest heist in US history. Now, compared to the amount of money they had stolen, Dutch and Razzle actually weren't spending a big chunk of it. Like, they took some nice trips and they bought some gold coins and some NFTs. But that's really about it. But here's what they did do. They start publicly referring to themselves as entrepreneurs and crypto investors. And Razzle starts getting more and more into social media. And she starts putting herself online a lot more.
Guilt set. Where's my guilt set?
And she eventually starts a rap career. And I'm not gonna lie, her rap sucks.
Spirit of a revolutionary, power of a dictator, love to be contrary, but I'm fly like a gator.
More they hate, the more I work. Everybody say they're lit, but all they do is showing shit.
And so Razzle starts using some of this money to fund her music videos. Now eventually, Razzle and Dutch get married, and then they take a month-long trip to Ukraine because they allegedly plan to flee there. Their plan is, if they ever get caught with the crypto, the Ukraine doesn't actually extradite to the US, so they're safe there. So they get fake Ukrainian passports, SIM cards, and bank accounts, and they set this whole thing up as if they're gonna flee to the Ukraine. And honestly, it seems like it might work. Like, they're ultimately gonna get away with stealing $8.3 billion in Bitcoin. Until one day, Razzle buys a Walmart gift card. And that gift card is going to be their downfall. So one of the ways Razzle and Dutch laundered the Bitcoin was that they would transfer it to a platform that would then exchange it for prepaid gift cards. And one of those cards is this $500 gift card to Walmart. And when Razzle uses that gift card, her purchases end up being linked to Dutch's IP address. Now the IRS, who's been watching them for a while now, they're able to link Dutch's IP address to a cloud service account that's also linked to Dutch. And the IRS is then able to decrypt a file on the account that will eventually lead them to a bunch of the stolen crypto. Not only that, the things that Razzle bought using that Walmart gift card also end up being delivered to Dutch in her apartment. So now the IRS has their home address. So the IRS agents get a warrant and they raid their apartment and they find over $40,000 in cash, over 50 computers and tablets, a bunch of burner phones and jump drives, and ultimately through all that, they're able to seize most of the stolen Bitcoin. So they arrest Dutch and Razzle. Here's his mugshot, here's hers. So they both take a plea deal, and Dutch is looking at a maximum of 20 years in prison, while Razzle's looking at a maximum of 5 years in prison. Wow, shout out to Razzle's rap career.
Get it run by golf cart, poison you with the frog.